everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. आज मैं लेके आई हूँ sit and talk kind of video. I will be answering a very important question today. Is doing masters from UK worth it or not? So before I start this video, I will tell you who I am and why you should consider listening to me. सबसे पहले I am Ratna Pathak and I have done masters from City University of London, UK in data science in the year of 23, and currently I'm working as an AI engineer in a bank in London itself, and I am connected with my juniors and seniors, so I know a little bit about the market right now and the courses as well, how the academic scenario is. If you are considering doing masters or you are just thinking and not decided yet, I would start by categorizing you into a few categories. तो सबसे पहले है द अर्ली करियर कैटेगरी, जहाँ पे आपके पास ज़ीरो एक्सपीरियंस है, आप जस्ट ग्रेजुएटेड हो, या फिर अप टू 3 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस है, जो बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपको कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में काम करने का, बट नॉट मच ऑफ डोमेन इंफॉर्मेशन, प्लस आपके पास कॉर्पस है या आपके पेरेंट का सपोर्ट है. सो यूके का मास्टर्स ऑलमोस्ट 1 साल का होता है और विथ स्कॉलरशिप आपको ये अराउंड 20 lakhs पर ईयर पड़ सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द कोर्सेज. अगेन मैं अपना डेटा साइंस का बात कर रही हूँ. इफ यू हैव दैट अमाउंट ऑफ मनी सेव्ड, या आपके पेरेंट्स या समवन इज सपोर्टिंग यू on that, या फिर आपके कोई रिलेटिव यहाँ रहते हैं who can support you in living cost. Again, living cost is also very high. Then I would suggest do it, because for graduates there are various graduate programs और आपको बहुत starting से उस पर नज़र रखनी होगी. इट इज़ वेरी डूएबल. आप ग्रेजुएट होके यहाँ आते हैं, हाई एडवांस मास्टर डिग्री करते हैं, और बड़ी बैंक्स और बड़ी कंपनीज आर लुकिंग फॉर दोज कैंडिडेट विद एडवांस डिग्री. वो बहुत स्टार्टिंग से उनको ट्रेन करते हैं, उनको एक्सपोजर देते हैं, एंड देन लेट यू डिसाइड कहाँ जाना चाहते हो. आप अपने पूरी फीस मास्टर्स की और लिविंग कॉस्ट रिकवर कर सकते हो जब आपके पास पोस्ट स्टडी वर्क वीज़ा मिलता है, या फिर आप पार्ट टाइम भी बहुत स्टार्टिंग से कर रहे हैं, आप सेविंग कर रहे हैं, तो आप इजीली रिकवर कर सकते हो. बट देन द लॉस हियर इज ऑफ टाइम. तो आप उसके साथ साथ बहुत हद तक टाइम नहीं दे पाओगे अपनी पढ़ाई को या जॉब एप्लीकेशन को. सो अगेन दैट इज वाई इफ यू हैव नो सेविंग, आपको इमीडिएटली लोन पे करना है, आई वुड सजेस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. what are the other options you have in India or in your country, and सोच समझ के decision लो, because it is a risk. और आप जहाँ हो वहाँ से आप बहुत अच्छे से कंट्रोल कर सकते हो अपने करियर ग्रोथ को. यहाँ आने के बाद you won't have control. यहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम और है, that is of sponsorship. The companies mostly prefer people who do not require sponsorship. तो यहाँ पे एक kind of discrimination होता है कि आपके पास अगर स्पॉन्सरशिप नहीं है या फिर ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है, तो कंपनीज वुड नॉट वांट टू स्पेंड टाइम अनलेस यू हैव समथिंग ग्रेटफुल टू ऑफर. तो अगर आप बहुत स्ट्रांग हो तभी आप कंसिडर करना. सो आई वुड से 50-50 फॉर पीपल हु आर फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट एंड डू नॉट हैव सेविंग्स to support the masters. Sorry about the change of setup, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा धूप आने लगी थी फेस पे. Okay, now come to the second category of student, which are experienced one. The student who have more than 3 year, 5 year of experience and relevant experience. They are already working as maybe data scientist in India or in your own country, and you are coming here for the purpose of more money, and you have no savings. Let's consider that scenario. I would say think twice, because UK for sure there is a basic salary and you will get more money than what you are earning in India. But again, if you see the living cost and other cost for food, cost for transport, cost for water, electricity and other things, it is way too much. And if you are not making a good amount of saving and you are planning to use that saving in your own country, then it is beneficial. But in the starting years, it will be very difficult. So again, think twice. The main factor, if you have money as a backup to support you in your bad times, it is suggested that you should take risk. Again, if you are an experienced professional but you are coming from different background, you want to change your career and you cannot do that in your present company, or even if you try very hard there, you have to do some kind of masters, and masters in India is of 2 years. So considering the fact that it only takes 1 year to do master here, you have some amount of money, not full, not zero. You should take the risk because UK has a lot to offer to you, because doing masters gives you a foundation of knowledge, and again you have experience, you can explore a lot of companies. This could give you good kind of exposure and good risk, decent risk. I tried to categorize because not everyone is same, and it does look very glamorous, the life of student who are doing studying from abroad. It does look glamorous, but there are so many things underlying which you do not know. The first negative thing is the pressure you start getting after taking an educational loan, after completing the course. For some circumstances, the market is not good, you are not getting the job, and the pressure gets up. At any point you can go back to India, but the major factor here is the lost time of 2 years. For example, you are doing like not tech job and you're still getting money. With respect to relevant experience, you are not getting anything, and you cannot justify that 2 years of gap by saying that you were saving money to pay back the loan you have taken. So that is one important factor. I wanted to put it up before you decide. And even if I have explained a lot of scenarios, every person is unique, every person's situation is unique, and there could be a chance that you can be very lucky and directly get job after masters. And I will just give you some kind of stats so that you can decide by your own that it's still a very good dream to do masters from UK, and the education system is good, but you have to analyze the amount of effort and money you are putting in and the return you are getting it. If the return is not that good, I would suggest please don't do it. So let's talk about the stat. For example, there were 70 students in my class of masters in data science. Again, the sun is coming on my face. So for taking example of my own college and my own scenario in which we were in, total number of students were around 70, out of which let's consider 40 were Indian plus Pakistanis plus Chinese as well, who have similar kind of background and who do not have enough support or rules helping us. Way to get a permanent job was to get into an internship in a company who was looking for a permanent employee. And I think around 3 to 4 of such Asian student got into that particular company, got internship, and after internship there was a very smooth transition to sponsored job. That is the best case scenario. Everyone would want to have that. The other case was, as I explained, the graduate route. So 1 or 2 of them were lucky enough and were knowing about this. So one important thing I would say, most of the graduates who are coming here are not that aware of these graduate routes and do not apply on times. There is a fixed set of months in which a lot of companies are open for graduates, for this graduate schemes. But if you miss that, it will cost you an year and it will come again the next year, and it will consider people graduating in that particular year. It will give preference to those graduate more than a graduate from 1 year back. So a few, like 1 or 2 got into those graduate position and into a very good companies like banks and other top companies. So this was the second thing. So total, I think 5 of them are placed like this. 3 or 4 got job into matching domains, but not exactly data science. For example, they had experience in data analytics, they got a job into data analytics. They had experience in a different programming job, they got similar kind of job not related with this. So if they were coming here for a switch in career because of this kind of job market, they were looking for a professional who had previous experience, so they got into the same job which they were into earlier. So this is not a very happy scenario, but it is still better than not getting a job. These were still related job, and 5 of them took job which was not at all related, but still they were good students, so they got other jobs which required a little bit of analytical experience, maybe in business or other fields which do consider them, and they got a job. So out of 40 people, let's consider 15 of them gets absorbed in job. You think about the other 25 students who are struggling, who does not have a job. So think about that 25 student who are still jobless and in this particular market working really hard in part-time jobs to get those money back, and they are losing on the years in which they would have got experience, relevant experience. That's why I came here to make this video. And again, on final thought, the decision is always yours, but you should make an informed decision. And while you are in your own comfort zone and you are not interacting with student here, or if someone is not sharing you all the details, you might end up in a bad situation. And again, everyone has its own unique set of circumstances, unique luck factor, and economic condition also keeps fluctuating. Right now it's not good. Previous to our batch it was not good, and maybe it won't be good for 1 or 2 years. Maybe it improves in the coming year, who knows. So my insights were mostly based on my experience and seeing my seniors and juniors, but it is not something which is fixed. It keeps on changing. So I hope this video helps to someone who is immediately looking into maybe the year of 2025 to get into masters. This might help, but ultimately it's you who have to decide. And if everything works out, it is one of the most amazing experience you are going to have. And about me, I had support in the form of my husband. I was on dependent visa, so I had proper amount of time as well as support to search for good jobs. I got rejected several amount of time, but I was persistent and I was looking for opportunity which was aligning with my passion, and I was able to get one. And I had a relevant experience before this, so that also helped. And I'm currently working on AI related projects and I'm super happy about it. And yeah, that's how sometimes the situation is so unique and you get lucky. You might end up in a very good position. That's why I shared mine experience as well. Again, you have to analyze your risk, your amount of resource and money and time you are giving in, and the output you are getting. So that was it for this video. I hope you got some little bit of advice or some little bit of insight which could help you to make your decision. If you have any further question, I'm here to help. Thank you for watching this video and have a great year ahead. Thank you all. Bye.